Today is 2018, 6th June, and Wednesday in the evening, 15 past 6 p.m. we started our meditation retreat. So, when you practice Vipassana meditation, insight meditation, we need to four kinds of meditation, no? Protective meditation. The first one is a Buddha Nusati, recollection of the Buddha. But some people, they may not know about the 9 attributes of Buddha, but some people may know very well. So we have to appreciate who taught us this meditation method. That's why also we reflect on the gratitude of our teacher, great teacher, Buddha. He has 9 attributes, but when you reflect on him, you choose one of his 9 attributes of the Buddha, special quality of the Buddha. But the first one is Araham. Araham is free from all defilements. We have greed, hatred, delusion, jealousy, conceit, sloth and torpor, and so on. We have 10 kinds of kilesa, which define our minds, our mind. So Buddha has no defilements, no greed, no hatred, no delusion, no jealousy, no conceit, and also no sloth and torpor. Not shameful to do evil things, not fear to do evil things like this. So you reflect on him about this quality, or it is easier. And also another meaning of Arahant is a honorable one. Buddha is a great person, also who is free from defilements, and he taught us this kind of meditation, to be free from all kinds of suffering. Also another meaning is some people may do evil things, bad deeds or bad speech, they don't do. Some people, they don't do in private. But in open, in the public, they avoid evil things, akusala karma, bad speech, and bad deeds. They may avoid in front of the public or people, open. But maybe private, when he or she was alone, he may break some morality, or he may do some bad deeds and speech. But Buddha is always, he never do evil things in private also, as well as in open. So this is the special quality of the Buddha, the Arahant. So when you reflect on Buddha Nusati, you reflect on this quality of the Buddha. Also in this way, our mind will be calm, tranquil, and also peaceful. And also when you practice meditation, so you have no disturbance, and also you practice very well. This one of the Buddha Nusati is you practice for early morning, the first sitting, recollection of the Buddha. So maybe 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Later you practice loathsome of our body, impurity of our body. When you wake up, you wash your face, you brush your teeth. You have to clean your body because our body is not clean, impurity of our body, and also loathsome of our body. Reflect on, and also we have saliva, pus, and also mucus, urine, and some stool or something, skin, nails. So repulsiveness of our body, reflect on. If you practice this Asubha Bhavana, to the sun of our body, so you have less attachment to your body. So your mind also, this is the one of the Samatha meditation. Recollection of Buddha Nusati also one of the Samatha meditation. So maybe about 5 minutes, practice to the sum of our body, impurity of our body, replace repulsiveness of our body. So later, you have to reflect on death. Life is uncertain, death is certain. We cannot avoid death. Because when we were born, second by second, minute by minute, we are getting older and older. And later we sick, later we have ages, sickness and death. We grow up second by second, minute by minute, day by day, month by month, year by year, you are going to die. Nobody avoid, even great Buddha, Lord Buddha also enter pathway, because entering the Buddha and also the powerful monk, if you are king or queen, or you are rich man or poor or educated person or uneducated person, everybody will die. So reflecting on death is a Maranasati, also one of the Samatha meditation. When you reflect on that, death is a very quick, calm. But now we don't think when we die and how we die and where we die, we don't know. Only some Arahant and also Buddha know when we die. So normal person, we don't know when we die. That's why now we reflect on that. Anytime, anywhere, we can die. We may die. So sometimes you suddenly heard about your friend or your relatives or some people suddenly die. You think, oh, death is like this. Because Buddha taught about death. That's why now we have to reflect on death. When you reflect on death, so our conceit of pride is less pride and less conceit. And also we have diligent to practice meditation. Now we are lucky, we are now healthy. Now we can practice meditation very well. If we are sick, we cannot practice meditation. So when we die, also after death, we cannot. So reflect on that. Sometimes, so Buddha taught us how the death is quickly. With your hand, before you are hand stretching in the end, or bending to stretching in the end of your hand stretching, we may die. And also, when you are bending your arm, before you are bending your leg, hand, also we may die. Also, this death is very quick. Only one blinking of your eyebrow, so we may die. So that's why we have to reflect on that. So for 5 minutes, life is uncertain, death is certain, so we may die anytime. So in reflecting, also some older people pass away, and some same age, our friend, also relatives also pass away, and also younger also pass away. You reflect on this death. In this way, your mind calm. So later you switch to the 5 minutes, you switch to the Metta meditation until you stand up one sitting. Metta meditation is one of the samatha meditation. Metta means loving kindness, translated, loving kindness, or also a genuine mind. And loving kindness, love without attachment. And also goodwill towards the others. So, not yourself. This is very genuine mind and very the wholesome desires towards the others. This metta is two kinds of metta meditation you can practice. The first one is specific metta. You specify one person, one group, one direction. Specify specific metta. We call Odi in Pali, Odi metta. But before you practice metta meditation, before you develop your loving kindness towards the welfare of beings, so you have to develop metta yourself. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be well, happy and peaceful. So, but normally if you practice metta the whole retreat, so you have to use another some 4 sentences. Some meditators maybe if they used to the 4 sentences. May I be free from danger. May I be free from danger or enmity. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I live in peace and happiness. Just as I wish to be free from mental and physical suffering, may all living beings be free from mental and physical suffering. So, for the beginners, if you cannot memorize for 4 sentences, but any sentence you can use, the meaning is a goodwill towards the others, without attachment or without any aspiration from your object. Very pure. So this specific, you have to ready yourself, develop the loving kindness to yourself. May I be well, happy and peaceful. It's easy for you. You can use this sentence. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be well, happy and peaceful. So maybe about 5 to 10 times if you are. So you want to be well, happy and peaceful. You want to be free from mental suffering. We want to be free from physical suffering. We want to live in peace and happiness. We want to be free from danger. So that's why, just as we wish to ourselves be well, happy and peaceful, you have to radiate, you have to develop your loving kindness towards the others. If you want to practice specific metta, you can choose specific person. Man choose man and lady choose lady. Man must not choose lady as your metta meditation object. Lady must not choose the man as a metta meditative object. Because opposite sex, when you choose the opposite sex, instead of loving kindness, your attachment or your sensual desire will come to your mind. This is one of the destruction, one of the enemy of metta meditation. Attachment or sensual desire is one of the enemy. And also the other one is another enemy is anger, ill will. That's why you cannot choose the one who you hostile person or you don't like, or maybe if you have enemy. So sometimes when you are young, someone abuse you or someone torture you, or by speech or by deed. When you have this kind of person, you cannot choose metta at the beginning of your practice meditation. But later, if your metta is skilled, you have no enemy, no hatred person, no loving person. All are same. But before skillful, you should not choose your hatred person or enemy, or opposite sex must not choose your object. And also dead person. Your object must be alive. Dead person also you don't know when they were born. That's why you cannot develop your loving kindness, you cannot radiate your loving kindness towards that person. So you have to choose the one who is gratitude in your life. Your teachers or your prime minister or something, your boss in Xbox or something. He or she is very kind and help to other people. So you may have one of the people, you can choose one person. So some people, they choose their father, if they have father or grandfather or their brother, or maybe some lady may choose their mother or their daughter. Some men choose their son. But when you choose, if you love your son or daughter very much, also sometimes at the beginning you cannot choose, because of sometimes when you think about his misfortune, you are worried or anxiety will come. That's why you cannot choose the one who you love very much. Because sometimes your family members, if you attach, little bit attachment, if you attach your family member very much, you cannot develop your loving kindness very well. That's why when you choose the specific metta, same sex, man choose man, lady choose lady, and respectfully gratitude in your life. So after you radiate your loving kindness. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be well, happy and peaceful. Whenever your mind go out, bring back. When you practice samatha meditation, if your mind go out, you bring back your mind and go to the object. In Buddha Anusati also, whenever your mind thinking or wandering, you bring back your mind and reflect on the one Buddha's the recollection of the Buddha. The Buddha has no defilements. He is a very pure mind, like this. Also, when you practice lotusam of your body, you have to think about your impurity of your body. When your mind go out, you think about your lotusam of your body. Also, when you thinking out, also you bring back your mind and reflect on that. And same as meditation, metta meditation also, when your mind go out, you bring back and you focus your mind on your object, the person, the specific person when you practice. But the other one is an unspecific metta. Nodi metta is you don't specify one person, one group or one direction. You reflect on all living beings, the welfare of all beings, from small insects to the big creatures, but living beings, not that person. When you reflect on all living beings, so maybe some that person also reborn, some creature, maybe in the ocean, also he is alive, also Burma, celestial being, also maybe some animal life or something. So all living beings mean that any living beings, small insects to the big animal, and even also all human beings, not only human beings, but also all living beings who suffer and who also got life. So you have to reflect on all living beings. This is a unspecific metta. So you try both. If you feel better, specific metta, so you choose specific metta meditation, the whole sitting. No? Before also you sit in, also you metta chanting. Metta chanting also we start, aham awira homi, may I be free from danger or enmity. Aham abhaya bhaja homi, may I be free from mental suffering. Aham anigo homi, may I be free from mental suffering. Aham sukhi adana priharami, may I live in peace and happiness. This fullness is a metta chanting. So, but for meditation, you can choose one sentence which is more convenient and more easy and more understanding about. But you don't think about the sentence. You have to reflect on the meaning. So this metta is a very genuine mind, or the wholesome desire towards the others. So that's why we have to radiate all living beings. When you choose unspecific metta, you radiate all living beings. May all living beings be well, happy and peaceful. May all living beings be well, happy and peaceful. May all living beings be well, happy and peaceful. Also reflect on all living beings, small insect to the big creatures, including human beings. So whenever your mind go out and you bring back and reflect on all living beings, repetition again and again. So that's why when you practice metta meditation early morning, maybe 5 minutes for Buddha Nusati, 5 minutes for lotusam of our body, 5 minutes for reflecting on death, and the rest of the time we have to radiate loving kindness meditation. You can start specific metta. You choose 1%. So specific metta is the object is small, so you can concentrate very well. But some people, they could not find out the respectfully and also the person. So when I was teaching in Malaysia, when we taught the Metta meditation, also I taught once a week, part-time, every Monday night. So when I taught the beginners, she could not find the person who is her object, because she has a lot of grudge and a lot of anger, also she could not find the person. So for those person, so they can choose all living beings as specific metta. With some people, they may have a lot of person who they appreciate their the one gratitude, and also they appreciate their the one who is helping not only you or the other well-beings. So, but if you want to practice specific metta, you choose 1%. Lady choose lady, man choose man. He or she must be alive. No? So, if you don't have the person, so you can choose unspecific metta. So you are more wide. So you think about, no need to visualize your object. Just direct your mind to all living beings. May all living beings be well, happy and peaceful. May all living beings be well, happy and peaceful. But early morning, sometimes you may be sleepy. So when you feel sleepy, you straighten your back and neck, and also more effort, and also do your object. So this Metta meditation also same as Vipassana meditation. Any Samatha meditation, not only sitting but also walking, sitting and standing. But here we practice early morning only one sitting. And that's why you must be careful. Some Metta meditation, sleep well, wake up well. When you are Metta meditation, you will be fall asleep. So be careful early morning when you practice Metta meditation. So that's why when you practice Metta meditation, you check up your back and neck. Sometimes your mind is somewhere and you cannot concentrate your object. You check your back and neck, and also you make much effort in your object. So later you stand up, and also you start to walking meditation. When you start to walking meditation, so before you stand up, you bow down 3 times, Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Later you must be aware of whatever your actions, your changes, your posture, and your hand, moving your hand and bowing down. So later you slowly stand up, standing. Later you know, standing up. Later you know, standing. Later you start to walk left, right. No? So after, I think the schedule is after Metta meditation is a breakfast. I think breakfast or not. If you could not practice well, sometimes cannot concentrate very well. If you feel sleepy, you stand up. No? Stand up and walk. Sometimes if you are very sleepy, sometimes you cannot concentrate very well. No? Stand up and walk. So when you practice Vipassana meditation, you have to walk in meditation first. When you walk, so your eyes must be half closed and don't look at here and there. Half closed, and also look at only 6 feet above, ahead of your feet. And don't pay attention your mind to what have you seen, your vision. And stand up, and your hand should be like this, or like that, or like that. You put behind. Later, you mentally watch your feet. When you start to step right feet, you making metta note right. When you start to step left feet, you making metta note left. It doesn't matter left or right step. Some people different person. Some people they start right step. Some people they start left step. Any step you can start. Left, right, or right, left. So your step must be one footprint of your feet. Don't walk too long and don't walk too short. And sometimes your mind go out or thinking something, you cannot focus, you cannot observe the movement of your foot. So you stand up, and also you have to observe your thinking or wandering mind, thinking, wandering. Stand up and watch your mind and observe your mind. Because Vipassana meditation is we want to realize, we want to understand, we want to have experience about our body and mind as it is. That's why when we practice Vipassana meditation, walking meditation, our primary object is the movement of our foot. So the secondary object is the seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, thinking, wandering. So sometimes when you are walking meditation, on the way, even you are making metta note left, right, but your mind is not in your foot. You have to perceive the movement of your foot at the same time when you making metta note left, right. Your object, movement of your foot and your noting mind must be synchronized, must be balanced. For example, before you step left, you cannot note left. Before you step right, you cannot making metta note right. While your left step is moving forward, at that moment you must observe and you must making metta note, observe right or left. When you start left, you know left. When you start right, you know right. This making metta note must be synchronized your movement of your left step or right step. This is very important for meditators. And also, you are wandering and thinking mind. Sometimes you are thinking or wondering something. You are mind only. You are mentally note left, right, but your mind is not there. It's somewhere. So at that time, as soon as you know, you stand up and you know. Thinking, wandering. Later you mentally watch your feet. When you start to move to your right, you know right. When you start to left, so you follow and you observe your left step. In this way, you have to right, left. In the end of your walking meditation, you stand up and noting, observe the standing posture. When you observe standing posture, you have to reflect on your top to the toe, the erect posture. Because of outside air and inside air support each other. This supporting is the specific characteristic of wind element or air element. When some paralyzed stroke person inside the wind don't move, that's why they cannot move. When you are in a space, no air, that's why you will be floating. You cannot stand up. You are floating and you cannot stand up. Also, you can sit quietly because of no outside air. That's why outside air and inside air support each other. We can stand and we can sit. This supporting, and yet also the erect posture, the up to top to the toe. We have to note standing, 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 3 to 5 times. As later you want to turn round, turn in, turn in, turn in, turn in, turn in slowly. When you turn round, so you have to be aware of your movement of your foot or the whole body movement too at the same time. You can observe two. One is the movement of your foot, or one is the whole body movement of turning around. So turn in, turn in, turn in, turn in. After that, you face to your walking way. You note again standing posture, standing, 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 standing. Later, you mentally watch your feet, and when you step left, you note left. When you step right, you note right. Left, right, left, right. In this way, you have to practice walking meditation. Maybe some people, experienced people, they may have later lifting, pushing, dropping. 3 phrases can use slower than left, right, left, right. For beginners, left, right, maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you have to change your the other lifting, pushing, dropping. Lifting, pushing, dropping. So this is all the three steps. Three phrases you use. So left, right is 20 minutes, and lifting, pushing, dropping, maybe 40 minutes. You can walk 1 hour. So after, same as lifting, pushing, dropping, lifting, pushing, dropping, in the end of your walking meditation, you know you are standing posture, standing, 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 later intending. Intending means intend to turn around your body or your leg, your feet. So intending, later turning, later standing. After that you lifting, pushing, dropping, or lifting, moving, dropping. You do 3 phases. This is very more slower than the left, right. For beginners, if your body is unbalanced, you cannot make slow down. You go back left, right, left, right. So later you try to note lifting, pushing, dropping. If you cannot balance, some people they cannot control their knees, so you note maybe left, right, left, right. Or if left, right, maybe some people are confused, you can note step in, step in, step in. But what is a concept and not important. The most important is when you left step or right step, it doesn't matter. But the most important is you must know about the movement of your foot. How the movement of your foot, left or right, or when you step in. This is the purpose of walking meditation. We want to realize the nature of our wind element movement is a vibration, supporting, moving, pulling, jumping. This is a specific characteristic of wind element. So this is when we practice walking meditation. So you have to observe the movement of your foot when you are walking meditation. This is a primary object. Secondary object is when sometimes you hear something, sharp sound comes to your mind, hearing. But sometimes you cannot catch that, let it be. So sometimes your mind go to your vision, what you are seeing on the floor. Maybe ants go or something like that. When you're thinking about this ant, or you are looking somewhere, so at that time looking or seeing something. So later you keep on your walking meditation. After walking meditation, you want to sit in meditation. Don't drop your mindfulness and awareness. So you go to your sitting meditation, sitting place, you keep on lifting, pushing, dropping, lifting, pushing, dropping, lifting, pushing, dropping. Or left, right. So you keep on. What are you practicing walking meditation? Left, right, or lift in, push in, drop in. When you reach your sitting place, so you stand up, stand in, stand in, stand in. Later, intending, intending, intending. Intend means intend to sit down. So intending, intending, intending. After that, you slowly sit down, sit in, sit in, sit in. After that, you adjust your leg and your hand. Whatever you have to, which posture is most convenient for you. So one leg after another is a move. You can sit for a long time. One leg after another. Your hand should be put in your knee, or maybe one leg up and one left and under the right hand also. And also hand posture also, you can choose any posture. Before you close your eyes, you have to adjust your sitting posture, how your movement and how you are prepared. Also mentally watch your all action must be observed, and all action must be aware, all action must be mindfully. So later you check your back and neck straight or erect, or if your back and neck must be straight and also erect and relax, don't too stiff. Erect and relax. Later you slowly close your eyes and mentally watch your abdomen. So some people, they may use nostril, a touching sensation. But here we instruct for rising and falling of your abdomen. But some people, sometimes your mind goes your nostril, who used to Anapanasati. At that moment, you have to note touching sensation of your nostril. But when you start to practice, you have to mentally watch your abdomen. So mentally watch your abdomen, and also don't label any words, just mentally watch. So some yogis start to know the falling, that your stomach, your abdomen is moving backward. If you know your abdomen is moving backward, falling. But some people, they know rising. When you know that your abdomen is moving forward, you know rising. This rising and falling is sometimes because when you breathe in, so the outside air press inside your stomach. And inside air is we call in Kochi. When you outside air press inside air, that's why the abdomen is moving forward. That's why we don't reflect on your stomach and just moving forward. So when you don't pay attention, you are breathing. Just mentally watch your abdomen. If your abdomen is moving forward, at that moment you note rising and making mental note. After rising movement finish, so maybe falling, when you breathe out, that's when the inside air go out. So maybe your abdomen is moving backward because no outside air go out. So in this way, you are rising, falling, rising, falling. So maybe later your mind may go out, thinking, wandering. Sometimes you close your eyes, so you see some images because of your imagination. So the seeing consciousness, seeing. Sometimes when later you go back, your primary object rising, falling, rising, falling. When you have if you cannot observe rising and falling movement, you have to note the other object, sitting. Sitting posture is your back, your erect posture. Sitting, the whole your back erect posture, the sitting. Also, this is also we observe the wind element, the supporting, sitting, touching. Touching point is you can note the touching 2 point. If you touch hand, maybe hand to hand touch, and sometimes hand touch your your thighs or something. Sometimes your bed-dog touch on the floor. Sometimes your ankle touch the floor. You can note touching 2 points. Sitting, touching, touching. Sitting, touching, touching. Sometimes your lip also, 2 lip touching. Also your clothes touch your neck, 2 neck. And also sometimes your eyes, when you eyes close, this is 2 touching point. A lot of touching point. You can change after, because of sometimes you note the touching point. Some touching point is not clear, faded. After that you choose another touching point, the whole body. So sitting, touching, touching, sitting, touching, touching. This is if you cannot observe rising and falling movement. If you can observe rising and falling primary object, you use this one. If you cannot observe rising and falling movement, you have to choose sitting and touching is your primary object. But secondary object is the same. Whenever you are hearing, hearing, sharp sound come. But sometimes if the sharp sound come in your mind, you shock. At that time, because you miss to know the hearing, conscious of hearing. So when you hear some sharp sound come in your mind, you frighten or you shock, or you may be angry, or you may fear. At that time, you have to note your feeling. When you fear, fear. When you shock, shock. Because you miss to note the hearing. Because if you know the hearing, so this hearing, consciousness, you have no judge good or bad. It will disappear. The noted mind and hearing, the consciousness of hearing. But if you miss to know hearing, so sometimes you feel shock and you think about the hearing, something disturbance maybe. So later some people, sometimes you hear some bad sounds or something like this. If you like, maybe your attachment will come up. Sometimes if you sharp sound comes, you feel shock. At that time, you have to observe your feeling. Shock, or if you like this, some bad sounds or something. But in the same way, sometimes later, after 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, you start to pain. So when you feel pain, pain. Be patient with the pain. And sometimes you feel stiffness, sometimes you feel hot, sometimes you feel cold, sometimes you feel warm, and sometimes you feel sharp pain. Many kinds of feeling must be observed as it is. So sometimes you feel happy, sometimes you feel unhappy, sometimes you feel sad, sometimes you feel depression. Any kinds of mental state must be making mental as it is. In this way, so we have to observe our feeling. And also the whatever feeling comes, pleasant feeling or unpleasant feeling or neutral feeling. But neutral feeling is the same as pleasant feeling. You don't not clear. Pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling is very clear. So when you pleasant feeling, when you attach, you like, you observe this, you like. So you like it. So you have to observe as it is. Pleasant. Or if you unpleasant feeling, also you note unpleasant feeling as it is. So happy, also happy, unhappy, sad, depressed. Sometimes when you feel homesick, you do homesick. Some people maybe sometimes when you have some restlessness or remorse come. So as it is, you have to observe it. Later, it will be slowly disappear. So later you go back to your primary object, rising, falling, or sitting, touching. So this is a sitting meditation. Sitting meditation also you have to be careful about your wandering and thinking mind. Whenever your mind thinking mind, you have to observe. Some people, their expectation, most of the meditation, when they practice meditation, they expect their mind calm, tranquil, peace and happiness. This is the mind, the calm, tranquil, peace and happiness is a samatha meditation. The purpose of samatha meditation to do our mind tranquil, peace and happiness. Vipassana meditation, the purpose of Vipassana meditation or insight meditation, we want to realize the nature of our body and mind as it is, our mental and physical phenomena as it is. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes any. So we have to experience impermanence of our body and mind process, or our mind, mental and physical phenomena, the suffering of our mental and physical phenomena and mental and physical process, and also non-ego of our body and mind. That's why we try to observe as it is, good or bad, you don't judge. Bad also, you have, if you feeling unpleasant feeling, you have experience the specific characteristics of unpleasant feeling. You feel uncomfortable, unsatisfactoriness, and also impatient. But if you note very well, concentrate, at the beginning maybe unpleasant feeling may increase more and more. The more the feeling comes, the more you have to observe it and also be patient with it. So when you have practice again and again, after that unpleasant feeling disappears, so your pleasant feeling replace. At that time you know pleasant feeling, also observe it. Some people, they forget to know pleasant feeling. When they feel pleasant feeling, so they feel it, and they, when they sit in, also they expect again. Or pleasant feeling also impermanent, unpleasant feeling also impermanent. That's why we call this mental and physical process, feeling is also suffering, dukkha in Pali. Impermanent also the nature, and also non-ego. Because of this feeling, pleasant feeling, unpleasant is not ours. This is the nature of feeling. That's why we cannot stop and we cannot create, but it will come itself. Just our duty is to observe what is the pleasant feeling and what is the unpleasant feeling. So you have to observe it. So same as you are thinking, wondering. No? So this is a briefly or a short of the Vipassana meditation and Metta meditation. No? I think I should stop. Sukhi Adana Priyarantu, may all of you live in peace and happiness. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.